presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right, welcome to Jim Gata Stadium here in Moorhead High School. Getting ready for the debut of Dakota Fusion women's team in the WPSL Soccer League here on Magnitude Sports, Dakota Fusion YouTube channel, 11 Sports, and FIFA Plus. Wherever you're watching from, we certainly appreciate you tuning in. We wish your team the best of luck in today's contest. It's the Maplebrook Fury coming in with one win and one loss. One win on the road and one win at home, or one win on the road and one loss at home is how that one turns out. So they've played two games. The Fusion, this is their second game of the season. They would fall on the road in their first game in the opener against Manteo FC by the score of 2-0. So Manteo FC defeating Dakota Fusion 2-0 in the opener for them on the road, and this is their home opener now here for the Dakota Fusion. And for the Maplebrook Fury, they've outscored their opponents 3-2 in two games. They had a 1-0 win over St. Croix Soccer Club on the road, and then that 3-2 loss to Rochester United home game. And now they're here today taking on the Fusion on the road. After today, they go back home to take on Manitou FC. And then on the 14th and 18th, they have a pair of road games at Salvo SC and at Mankato United. Then they come back home for two in a row against Joy St. Louis Park Athletic Club and Sioux Falls City. And then they finish up the regular season on the road June 28th at the Minnesota Thunder. For the Dakota Fusion, as I mentioned a moment ago, they fell in their opener on the road to Manitou FC by the score of 2-0. So they've been outscored 2-0 so far this season. They have Maplebrook Fury today, and then they go on the road to take on Rochester United on June 9th. June 11th and 17th, they're home here against Mankato United SC and Salvo SC. And then they have a pair of road games on June 20th and the 23rd at Joy St. Louis Park Athletic Club and Sioux Falls City FC. They come back home on June 25th to take on the Minnesota Thunder, and they wrap up the regular season on June 30th at St. Croix SC. So that's a look at what's ahead for these two teams on the schedule. Your starting lineups and all that good stuff, we'll start with Maplebrook Fury. In the net is going to be, let's see here, Jana Bellini is how the coach told me to say it. And so she'll be starting in the net here for Maplebrook Fury. Your other starters include Claire Snapko, a defender, Madeline Gate, a forward, Paige Goalie, a forward, Jasmine Gates, a midfielder, Izzy Quintavalli, a midfielder, Sydney Johnson, a forward, Kira Sosensky, a defender, and Hannah Zahn, a midfielder, and Abby Brantner, a defender, as well as Mary Fetter. I don't have her position. It's not labeled on the website. Is it labeled on here? Let's see here. No, it's not labeled on there, so I'm not sure what she plays, but we'll figure it out sooner than later. And then for the Dakota Fusion, starting in net is number 0, Quinn Carter. The other starters include Jensen Seidel, a forward, McKenna Bishop, a defender, Michaela Barnick, a defender, Blake Hurley, a forward, Madeline Eder, a midfielder, Ava Kaiser, a midfielder, Keely Johnston, a defender, Hallie Thompson, a midfielder, Morgan Batchelor, a defenseman, and number 26, Mason Kimball, also defenseman, and number 18, Brianna Perry, will be your starters today. Let me count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, I got all 11 of them. So Players to watch, you might want to keep your eyes on number 17 for Maplebrook Fury. Her name is Jasmine Gates. She'll be the player to watch. She has one of the three goals scored for actually one of 4 goals, because they have 3 in league play and then 1 in a scrimmage. So she has one of the goals. The other one who has a goal is Caitlin Devereaux, but she's not here today, so you won't see her on the field. And then Izzy Smith has 2 goals, but she will not be starting. And I think she's on the sideline, but the coach didn't cross her off when I went down and talked to him. So I don't know if she's here or not, but Izzy Smith actually has the most goals of the season with 2, but the only one playing today with a goal on her tally is Jasmine Gates. And once again, she'll be wearing number 17 for Maplebrook Fury. He'll be in the red jerseys with white numerals and lettering. Dakota Fusion, they're wearing their black warm-ups right now, but you'll see them out in white jerseys with black numbers, and then the goalie will have a yellow shirt on with black numbers. The Maplebrook goalie has a blue jersey on today here for Maplebrook Fury. So once again, Maplebrook 1-1, Dakota Fusion 0-1. We'll take a look at the WPSL standings here and take a look at how everything is going there. And as you can see, it's the Joy Athletic Club leading the way in first place right now with 6 games played, 7 points there, or 4 games played, excuse me. They're 2-1-1. At 1-0-0 at home and 1-1-1 on the road. And then you got Salvo SC at 2, Minnesota Thunder at 3, Maplebrook Fury sitting at 4 right now with a 1 win and 1 loss, as we mentioned. With that win coming on the road and the loss coming at home, you'd think normally that'd be flip-flop. So Maplebrook Fury at 3 points on the season. St. Croix and Rochester at 5 and 6, Manitou at 7, Sioux Falls City at 8. Mankato United Soccer Club at 9, and Dakota Fusion at 10. Now, 4 versus 10 are separate, or actually 3 through 10 are separated by 1 game. If the Dakota Fusion win this game today, they would jump all the way up into 5th place in the standings there with a win today. So don't let that one fool you. They get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and no points for a loss. If these 2 teams come to a draw today, and under the impression that Mankato United Soccer Club does not win or draw today, then Dakota Fusion would move up to 9th. But with a win, they could move as high as 5th or even 4th, depending on how the tiebreakers work with goal differential, and that would all depend on the final score of the game. So we cannot say for sure, but 4 is a possibility, but 5 would be likely with a win today here over Maplebrook Fury. So we'll see how they can handle. It's our first look at the women's team this year. We saw the men on 3 occasions already this season, and the Dakota Fusion men fell to a very dominant Duluth FC Blue Greens team last night by the score of 5-1. The Dakota Fusion will look to get one back. I'm pretty sure they want that game back, because the lone goal scorer was Yoshidi, and he scored a goal back. I believe it was in the 58th minute, if I remember correctly. But then in the 69th minute, Duluth would get that goal right back, and that'd be it. That'd be all that the Dakota Fusion could muster into the back of the net. They had plenty of chances, but so did Duluth, and they were able to put more into the back of the net on those chances. So. All right, well, once again, talked to the coaches and got some name pronunciations for some of these players. Most of them are much, much easier compared to the men's rosters. And so that's always a good thing here. But we'll have the official starting lineups here. Let's see here. We are at 3:07 local time. The kick is supposed to be 3:15. The players went off at about maybe 2:20, about 2:11. Due to a lightning strike in the area, and that delayed that sent all the players into the locker room until 2:41. So now their warm-ups are extended, and we have the kick coming at 3:15 instead of 3 o'clock as originally scheduled here. So we'll have the starting lineups at approximately, well, it was supposed to be 2 minutes ago, but we probably will have those pretty soon here. And then that'll be followed by the national anthem and the coin toss, and then we'll have the opening kick here on on Magnitude Sports, along with the Dakota Fusion YouTube, 11 Sports, and FIFA Plus. We certainly thank you for tuning in, and we hope that you enjoy the broadcast here. We're going to take a short time out, and we'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. All right, welcome back. We're about to do the walkouts here for the starting lineups. That'll be followed up with the national anthem, and then we'll have the players set up on the field. We'll get the game underway here. Looks like we'll be on time for that 3:15 start here. Maybe about 3:17 with the national anthem, but yeah, once again, we had a weather delay earlier, right around 2:15 this afternoon. We had a lightning flash in the sky, so that sent everybody back to the locker rooms until 2:41, and then you've seen most of the warm-up since then. So we're going to turn it over to our PA announcer now for the starting lineups here, and they'll be coming up momentarily. Here's Maplebrook Fury is almost ready to walk out.
Test. Okay. All right, welcome to Jim Gata Stadium for this WPSL matchup between the visiting Maplebrook Fury and your Dakota Fusion. We'll start with your starting lineups in numerical order with the visitors, Maplebrook Fury. Starting in the goal will be number 1, Jada Bellini. Number 4 is Claire Snapko, a defender. Starting at a forward, number 5, Madeline Gate. Starting at another forward, number 16, Paige Goalie. Starting in the midfield, number 17, Jasmine Gates. Starting in midfield, number 18, Izzy Quintavalli. Starting number 19, Mary Fetter. Starting at forward, number 20, Sydney Johnson. Starting at defender, number 22, Kira Sosensky. Starting in midfield, number 23, Hannah Zahn. And starting at the defense, number 24, Abby Brantner. Once again, as your introductions for Maplebrook Fury, and now for the Dakota Fusion. Starting in goal is number 0, Quinn Carter. Number 3, starting at forward, is Jensen Seidel. Starting in defense, it's number 5, McKenna Bishop. Another defender, number 6, Michaela Barnick. Starting at the forward position, number 7, Blake Hurley. Starting in the midfield, number 8, Madeline Eder. Another midfielder, number 16, Ava Kaiser. Defender, number 20, Keely Johnston. Starting in the midfield, number 21, Hallie Thompson. Starting at defense, number 23, Morgan Batchelor. And starting in defender, number 26, Mason Kimball. All right, if we can take a moment to please rise if you are able, remove your hats, and we'll play the national anthem. Best of luck to both teams. Let's play some soccer.
All right, there you go. They're doing the coin toss now to see who will kick off first, and PA announcer doing a good job on the starting lineups. National anthem is complete. We're seconds away from getting this one started. Once again, Maplebrook Fury 1-1 on the season. Dakota Fusion looking for their first win. They're 0-1 in their first game on the road, and now it's their first game at home. Maplebrook Fury will be in the red jerseys with white numerals and lettering, and their goalie will be in the blue jersey with white numerals and lettering. The Dakota Fusion will be in white jerseys with black lettering and numerals, and their goalie will be in a yellow jersey with black numbers and numerals. And they're using the curved bench shaders for the first time in any Fusion game that I've been in attendance in 3 years. So we'll see if it blocks any of our view from the near sideline or not. I don't think it's going to, but we'll never know. It's the first time, so. All right, got the scoreboard in the outfield set, and we are ready to go here. Thunderstorms seem to be moving off to the south of the field here. I don't think we're going to have any threat of anything interrupting this game, but we will see, I guess. So it looks like Maplebrook will get the opening kick here, and that means the Fusion will get it in the second half, and we're underway here from Dakota Stadium in Moorhead. First game of the season here for the Fusion, so I have two teams to get used to names and numbers for. Once again, Dakota Fusion in the white and Maplebrook Fury in the red. And the throw-in here for Maplebrook, that'll be Claire Snapgo. Snapgo will toss it in to a player that I can't see due to that curved bench guard there. And they'll work it off far side there to Hannah Zahn. Zahn will dish it off to the far sideline, and now they'll work it up. Nice centering pass under the foot of Jasmine Gates. She's the player that we told you to watch out for. Gates will pop it out here to Mary Fetter. Fetter centers it back in. Gates touches up on it, but there for the Fusion is Hallie Thompson. And Thompson will drop it back, and running after it there's Morgan Batchelor. Up the near sideline and out of bounds. Be a throw in here for Snapco and the Fusion. They'll get it up there to Fetter. Fetter will be taken off the ball there by Keely Johnston. And now the Fusion try and work it up, but it's tipped away there by Snapco, and now the Fusion get it back, and now Maplebrook gets it back. So they'll try and set it up here off the foot of Jasmine Gates. Gates with a centering pass, deflected out there by the Fusion defenders. Getting a touch on it there was Blake Hurley, and it'll go out of bounds for another Maplebrook Fury throw-in as we enter the second minute of play here. A few seconds away from the third minute. Throw in will come all the way into, that is number 5, that's Madeline Gate. And the Fusion will work it upfield here, try and get possession of the ball, and now they work a through ball up, and this might be an opportunity for Blake Hurley. If she can catch up to it, it's a foot race, and Maplebrook gets there first. And a nice job there by the Furies' Kira Sosensky, to get that one out of bounds. It'll be a Fusion throw-in. And taking the toss is Hallie Thompson. Thompson sends it in over a little bit past her teammate, and the Fury are able to control it. Chested down on the far sideline, now popped up out of bounds. Ball boy will give the ball right back to the Fusion for the throw-in here to keep things going. It'll be Hallie Thompson on the throw-in. Thompson throws it in, and it's headed right into the center there, but deflected out by Maplebrook defenders. It's onto the foot now of Paige Goalie. And Goalie still with it, making a move upfield. And Goalie still with it. And she has a little bit of space, and another defender, and that one, she couldn't quite get the pass off, but the pass comes right back here onto the foot of Quinta Valley. And a couple touches later, it's pushed out to the far side out of bounds for a Fusion throw-in. So throw-in from the far side. And that one will be up to midfield there in the direction of Hurley, but Maplebrook able to get it back right away. Mike Mason with you here on the play-by-play. We have Luke running the camera. Thanks so much for his time today to help make this broadcast the best it can possibly be. Once again, the goalies for Maplebrook are Jada Bellini and Quinn Carter over on the other side for the Dakota Fusion. So Bellini in the blue jersey, and then over on the other side, Quinn Carter's in the yellow jersey for the Fusion. So free kick here, about 5 yards outside of the top edge of the goal box. It'll be taken by Snapko. Snapko will send it up to midfield. The Fusion will touch up on it and send it right back. Hurley tried to make a move on it there, but Maplebrook gets it right back. And now Hurley's trying to outrace the defender, and she does. And she's centering pass, but that centering pass was deflected, and now it's back up to midfield, where McKenna Bishop will get a foot on it. McKenna Bishop, the brother of Ethan Bishop, who is on the men's team for the Dakota Fusion. And a collision with the goalie there with Blake Hurley, and the ball goes out of bounds. No whistle, no call, and it'll be a goal kick here for Maplebrook. Once again, McKenna Bishop and Ethan Bishop, brothers and sisters, playing for the men's and women's team respectively. It's the first ever brother-sister duo in the history of Dakota Fusion, so that's kind of a cool tidbit. Maplebrook will work it up the far side. I believe that's Madeline Gate, but I can't quite see the jersey number from back here. And a free kick is coming here for Maplebrook. It'll be from just outside the box. Once again, any infraction that occurs inside the box would be a penalty kick for said team, for those who did not know that. It'll be about 25 yards out from the goal here on the free kick. And she'll put it right on net and high, and it hits the crossbar and into the back of the net from the back side of that. It'll be a goalie kick here for the Fusion. Or it doesn't hit the crossbar, it hit the upright is what I meant to say. This will be the first of 4 times that we see the women's team this season here at home on Magnitude Sports, along with the Dakota Fusion YouTube and 11 Sports. So wherever you're watching from, we appreciate you tuning in. Wish your team the best of luck. So far, so good here for Maplebrook, and now Dakota Fusion looks like they want to try and set something up. Maplebrook not making it easy, and even the shot is off the foot of Hallie Thompson and saved there by Bellini. Bellini will boot it up just shy of midfield, where it bounce over the midfield stripe, and Maplebrook will head it up in the direction of Madeline Gate. Dakota Fusion will get it back the other way. Now a open ball here, and getting up to it was Hallie Thompson. Thompson tried to center it. It was deflected out, and it will go to the left side of the flag. So it'll be a throw-in from the near corner here for the Fusion. At least if I saw it correctly, I believe it's going to be a throw-in. As we enter we're approaching the 9th minute of play here in the first half, and still scoreless, 0-0. Once again, Dakota Fusion lost 2-0 to Manitou FC in their opener on the road. Throw in inside, and it's deflected out there by Maplebrook. Maplebrook got a win on the road to open the season, 1-0 over St. Croix SC, and then they would fall 3-2 in a close matchup with Rochester United in their home opener. So they'll look to bounce back from that loss. Both teams looking to bounce back from a loss. One of them will, one of them won't. Actually, if it ends in a draw, then I guess it depends on if the glass is half full or half empty, if they consider that a bounce back or not. Out of bounds, and it'll be a Fusion throw-in, according to the official on the near sideline. Has some drizzle and 91 degrees with a wind out of the southeast to the northwest at 4 miles per hour, and humidity right now 41%, making it feel like 93 degrees out there. Says there's a little bit of drizzle. I'm not outside to confirm that or not. It could be, and if it is, it's going to be ending in about 15 minutes here. Nice defense there, but Maplebrook able to control it, and they still get a shot on. It'll go a little bit wide left there off the foot of Page goalie. 40% chance of thunderstorms in the 4 and 5 o'clock hour. This game will be over by 6 o'clock, assuming that we don't have any weather delays. It will be over by 6 o'clock, so we don't have to worry about the 6 o'clock hour until we actually have to worry about it. We'll put it that way. A through ball will escape everybody and go all the way back to Bellini. Bellini will put up a high boot. Doesn't quite go as far as I think she wanted it to, but Maplebrook Fury able to control it anyway. They tried a through ball up there, but the Fusion defense was right there. Comes right back here to, let's see here, that's Mary Fetter. And now it's popped out of bounds there by Morgan Batchelor. So a throw in here from about 30 yards out. A couple bounces, and they'll get it into, I believe, that is Gate. And now that shot is on the way. It came off the foot of Hannah Zahn, excuse me. Of a far side corner kick here. It's the first corner kick of the game here for either team. And the kick will come in. And it's right in the middle. And the Diffusion looking, and it's into the back of the net. And the Maplebrook Fury are on the board. It's 1-0. Apparently forgot to start the clock here on the field, so we'll get that adjusted in just a moment. 11 minutes, okay? So the goal, couldn't quite see who scored it. It was in the middle there. I believe it might have been Hannah Zahn, but I'm not 100% sure on it. We'll go with it unofficially until we can figure it out. So 1-0 on the goal in the 23rd minute here in the 11th minute. What am I thinking? 23rd minute, 11th minute. My apologies. And it's 1-0 Maplebrook Fury. And a shot attempt there by Blake Hurley gets deflected out to the far sideline. It'll be a Fusion throw-in. All the way back the other way now and that one's popped away as Hurley was trying to make a move inside. We'll go out of bounds, and it'll be a throw in for the Fusion. They'll set it back, and the shot was blocked. The shot was taken there by Ava Kaiser. Out of bounds. We're going to get confirmation on who scored that goal here any moment here. That's being sent up to us right now, and we'll pass it along to you here as soon as we get it. Centering pass in front of the goal, and it's deflected away there by the Maplebrook defense. They'll try centering pass, and they'll go right back to Bellini. All right, so the goal was scored by Paige Goalie. It's her first goal of the season, coming into the 11th minute to make it a 1-0 game here for Maplebrook. Now making a move inside there is Hannah Zahn. And nice defense there. And no trip on purpose there. It was just, well, some substitutions now. Scoring the goal for Maplebrook, number 16.
Scoring the goal for Maplebrook, number 16, Paige Goalie. Also checking into the game for Maplebrook, number 9, Alyssa Marceau, and number 25.
Unless I misread the jersey, we don't have a name for number 25 on the Maplebrook roster. Getting the assist on that goal was Jasmine Gates. Looks like we'll have another substitution coming in here. It's going to be Caden Sharp for the Fusion. Actually, let's see here. Those 3 check-ins were for Dakota Fusion, and that's why I didn't have them on my roster. So checking in for the Fusion is All right, we are working on our video here, and we apologize for that. But just letting you know, we are working on the video. All right, apologies for that. I think we got it fixed now. You haven't missed anything. It's still 1-0. Time on the clock is correct. So, yeah, it was just a bad power outlet, I guess. We tried 3 different power outlets, and I think the one it's plugged into now is actually working. So, once again, our apologies for that.
Into the game for the Fusion, number 25, Ali Tharp. Number 9, Ellie Feeney. And number 2, Alicia Yapini. Yapini. Thank you.
Oh, hey, thanks. No problem. All right, I think we're back to action now. So we are approaching the 21st minute of play here in the first half. Once again, the goal at the 11th minute, scored by Paige Goalie, her first of the season. And now the Fusion's Caden Sharp will move it upfield and get it onto the foot there of Ali Tharp. Tharp trying to make a move around the defender in the near sideline, taps it back to Sharp. Sharp looking inside, and she'll get the pass off, and it's deflected and taken away by Maplebrook. As the sun comes out, and now Maplebrook has an opportunity here. And a nice save as Paige Goalie was looking for her second of the game, and Quinn Carter denied her. Fusion will get the ball back up near midfield here. It's being controlled now by Ali Tharp, and now taken away by Maplebrook. Challenging there is Ellie Feeney. And now making a move is Madeline Gate. And Madeline Gate will put a foot on it and just a little bit wide left. An opportunity there for Gate, and we have 4 more substitutions coming in for the Fusion is number 12, and we got 3, 9, and 21 coming in for Maplebrook.
Into the game for the Fusion, number 12, Jace Herman. And into the game for Maplebrook, number 3, Luca Ralph. Number 9, Alyssa Marceau. And number 21, Morgan Barnett.
And it almost looked like a handball there by the Fusion, but referee was closer and said that it wasn't. From my vantage point, it looked like it was a handball, but it's not. Maplebrook will get it back. They'll work it to the near side here for Alyssa Marceau. And Marceau will tap it back to her defender, put it onto the foot of Snapko. A couple touches later, it's intercepted by the Fusion. And the Fusion will work it up the near sideline here onto the foot of Caden Sharp. Caden Sharp down the near sideline, and she'll poke it by her defender. That's Snapko on her. And into the front of the net, and a diving save, and then another foot on it there, and it got deflected out of bounds. Ellie Feeney with the throw in here. Feeney will send it in. From the top of the box, up, and it's over the crossbar. A great opportunity there for Caden Sharp, but she just couldn't quite drop it in underneath the crossbar. But that's one thing that the coaches tell you, especially when in youth soccer, is when you get a chance to shoot the ball, shoot it. And if you get a chance to shoot the ball in high school and you don't, your coach is going to yell at you. And by the time you make it to this level of soccer, you better be shooting it. And that's exactly what happened there. Sun's starting to blare right into the press box here, which is a good and bad thing. Even some of the fans sitting down in front of our press box have their hands over their eyes to try and shade away the angle of the sun that's shining in here. So I'm not the only one. It's a good thing they have bright white numbers on red jerseys, because I'll make it easier to see. Alyssa Marceau touched up on it. Now they'll work it out to Marceau, excuse me. Must have been a different number 9. They'll pop it back out, and running up for it there's Morgan Barnett, and Barnett can't get the angle on it that she was looking for, and she'll send that one far out. Water break, so I'll stop the clock with 24:52. So once again, 1-0, and the goal by Paige goalie in the 11th minute. That's where we sit right now, 24:52 as the teams take the water break. Anytime the temperature is above 85 degrees, it'd be the official's call to get a water break, and they will do just that. So the water break stopped the clock. Otherwise, the clock keeps running in all other scenarios. And we're underway again here as we enter into the 26th minute of play here at Jim Gada Stadium. Maplebrook Fury 1 and Dakota Fusion 0 on a goal in the 11th minute by Paige goalie. Jensen Seidel for the Fusion. Haven't called her name out a whole lot yet in this matchup, but she is a local player from Fargo Davies High School. So that shot goes up high and up over the net. A lot of the women players over the years here for Dakota Fusion have come from local high schools. Some of them come to the Fusion right out of high school. Some of them go to play college soccer for NDSU or one of the other nearby colleges, or MSUM of Moorhead, and they make their way to the Fusion shortly after that. Youngest player I've ever seen on a roster. More on that in a moment. Here's an opportunity and a nice save there by Quinn Carter. Fury will try and set something up again here. And centering pass, and it's chipped up over the crossbar, and there'll be a corner kick for Maplebrook Fury. So back to the thought that I was sharing with you a moment ago. The youngest player I've seen on a men or women's roster is 18 years old. The oldest one I've seen is 26. That's not to say that there haven't been younger or older players, but that's been my experience on. Corner kick comes in, and that one is over the end line for a goal kick for the Fusion. At least I think it's a goal kick. No, it'll be a corner kick from the near side. It must have been a Fusion player that touched it last, so Fusion will set up defensively here on the corner kick. Corner kick will be taken by Alyssa Marceau. Marceau will send it in, and they tried to head it on offense, and now a shot from the top of the box, deflected in the inside there by the defenseman, Allie Tharp. And now the ball will roll over the sideline on the far side for a throw-in. Taking a look at the hour-by-hour forecast here. We have a 50% chance of thunderstorms coming up in 10 minutes from now, but right now it's 87 degrees, humidity probably closer to 90 with the humidity here in Moorhead, Minnesota. Fury looking to set something up here, and it's quickly, temporarily defended by the Fusion, and now the Fury will try to set something up again. And the shot is on goal, and a nice save there by Quinn Carter. Racing up for it on the far side is, I can't see the jersey number. I want to say it's possibly Bratner for Maplebrook. Throw on the far side is taken by Eder. And now Eder's tripped up, and a whistle will come, and they'll set up a free kick for the Fusion from about 30 yards out. We'll see if they put it on net or if they have a design play for this kick here. It's close enough where you could potentially take a shot on goal, depending on the leg power of the one who'll take the kick. And they'll chip it in, look for a setup play at the top of the box, and it's going to go wide right off the foot of Alicia Yapina. There we go. It's a long E. Yapina. It only took me 2 games to get the rosters down for the men, so I just need maybe one more game for the Dakota Fusion here, and we'll have it down. And the men's roster is a little bit harder to pronounce from top to bottom than the women's one is, so that's always a positive. Battle for it at midfield. Fusion will take it away. They'll work it up. And trying to make a move there was Jensen Seidel. That's the first time we've called her name. But that one will be taken away quickly. And now they'll get it onto the foot of Caden Sharp. Sharp pops it out here for Seidel. And now the Fury will take it away. Fury will bring it up. They'll work it up onto the foot there of Paige Goalie, the goal scorer. Now she'll pop it over to Jasmine Gates. Jasmine Gates will drop it back to her defender, and the defender will work it up the far sideline. Now they pop it back into the middle of the field here, and they got a little bit of movement, and they'll see if they can set something up. And a whistle offsides is the call by the near side official. So Carter will boot it away here. Loose ball will be picked up by Maplebrook. Defenders will try and set it up, send it up to midfield where it's chested down there. And now some nice passing, and they'll get it onto the foot of Alyssa Marceau. Now it'll find its way back to Carter, and she'll corral it and get things set for the Fusion. Sorry, I got some hiccups here. So on up to about midfield. And right in front of the bench there, out of bounds, there'll be a throw-in for the Fusion. So Fusion white jerseys, kind of with a yellow camouflage in front.
Coming back into the game for the Fusion, number 7, Blake Curley.
And that one's popped out of bounds, and that will be a goal kick, I believe. No, it will not. It'll be a corner kick for Maplebrook. So they'll set it up from the far corner as that sun's blazing in once again here as we're into the 33rd minute, halfway through the 33rd minute of play. Looks like coming into the game here, Madeline Gate. Either that or she's was just visiting on the sideline because she was one of the original starters. So they'll send it in. Madeline Gate will get a touch on it. Deflected out, controlled by the Fury. They'll send it all the way back to midfield to try and set something up here with Claire Snapko. Snapko up, back heel pass, and then an opportunity, and offsides is the call. She was in front of that last defender, and the flag came up from the near side official, and I would draw the whistle. So just a little over 10 minutes to go here in the first half, plus any stoppage time. I would guess that we wouldn't have much, maybe 2 minutes. Get the official call from the referee here when we get a little bit closer to halftime. And a free kick coming up here from Maplebrook. They'll send it over here to Sosensky. Sosensky will toss it up. Controlled there momentarily by the Fury. Trying to make a move up the near sideline there was Quinta Valley. And now that'll pop out, and it'll be a throw-in here for Maplebrook. And taking the toss there is number 22. That is Sosensky, number 22. Sosensky will get it back. She'll look to drop it. Now she'll look to advance it. And now she'll keep it. She'll spin and dance around on the near sideline, keep the ball on the line. And now it's deflected out of bounds. And it'll be a Maplebrook throw in there as Luca Ralph was able to get a foot on it and deflected it off a defender for the Fusion. They'll get it back over to Luca Ralph. Ralph will switch it over to the far side. Now they'll try and work it upfield. Centering pass is there, and that's going to be offside. Yep, it is. Yep. She had about one step in front of the defender. So they got to be in line or behind the final defender when the pass is made to them. Otherwise, that will draw the offside whistle. The only exception is midfield. If the final defender's on the opposite side of midfield, then that last offensive player can go as far as midfield and still be onside. But on the other side of midfield. She has to be in front of that last defender. It'll be Yapini. Now come back now here to Sosensky. Sosensky will drop it back to the middle defender. And now turning around is Madeline Gate trying to make a move. She'll pass it out near side here for Marceau. Marceau will try and send it in, but left the pass just a little bit behind her teammate. A Fusion player would deflect it out. And that will stop the offensive threat for the moment here. So I'll hand the ball off to Sosensky for the throw-in. Now entering the 38th minute of play. About 5 seconds shy of that 38th minute. Throw in from the near sideline, and they'll get it right back to Sosensky. Sosensky will get around the defender, and now she'll make a move, and she'll get pushed down, and no whistle. And looking at some Maplebrook fans, they are wanting something more than what they got, and they didn't get it. Sosensky will throw it in again. And a nice move there, and the shot, and it's chipped up over the crossbar. That was an excellent pass there from Madeline Gate. Madeline Gate may have had a chance to put it into the net herself. Instead, she did the unselfish thing and tried to get it off to Morgan Barnett. But Morgan Barnett chipped it off her toe up over the crossbar. Now Sosnesky has it again. Sosnesky will dump it off here for Marceau. Marceau was centering pass deflected out by Batchelor. Sosensky will center it. And now coming out to get it is Carter, and she'll scoop it up, and that will make everybody go the other direction. Carter will boot it away. It's first touch there by the Fury, but directly out of bounds for another Fusion throw-in. The lone goal so far scored by Paige Goalie in the 11th minute. 1-0 is where we stand. They'll work it up here for Marceau. So we'll drop it back, and that's onto the foot of Ralph now, and Ralph will send it up, but nobody there but Fusion defenders, and Carter will call off her teammates and come up and touch up on it as we've entered the 40th minute of play now here at Jim Gata Stadium here in half number 1. Halftime will be about 10 to 15 minutes approximately, and then we'll have half number 2 for you. They'll drop it back here for Bellini. It's the first time I've called her name in a few minutes, and she'll send it out of bounds for a throw-in. Now Paige Goalie comes back into the lineup. And she's the goal scorer for Maplebrook. McKenna Strand will take the toss. They'll try and center it in. Nice move there by Caden Sharp, and now it's taken away by the Fury, and the nice move is no more. It was a nice move, but they couldn't get anything out of it. And now Madeline Gate's trying to get something out of this opportunity here. Madeline Gate just has a couple defenders. Now Barnett has it. Barnett tried to send it in, but it was blocked there by Jace Herman. Comes back to midfield. Maplebrook will touch up on it. Now they'll set it up back in their own side of the field. Ball will come out to Sosensky here on the near side. Sosensky will send it in. They'll chip it out here onto the foot of Paige Goalie. Goalie will try and make a move around the defender, but then the other defender, McKenna Bishop, will come in and deflect it out of bounds for a Maplebrook throw-in. So Once again, McKenna Bishop, the sister of Ethan Bishop, who plays for the men's Dakota Fusion team. It's the first sibling teammates in Dakota Fusion history, if that's what you want to call it. They'll work it up far side there for Blake Curley. Blake Curley will try and make a move, but she stepped over the ball and lost it, and Maplebrook will bring it back. Barnett pushes it back inside there for Ralph. And now they'll send it back to the middle of the field, Jasmine Gates. Gates will have it chipped off her foot as the ball comes back over midfield. Controlled by neither team at the moment. Booted up. Here comes Carter, to scoop that one up and slow things down a little bit as we enter into the 43rd minute of play now here at Jim Gata Stadium. So I would guess maybe 2 minutes max. Once again, coming up in the next minute or two, we'll probably have the signal from the referee on how much stoppage time we'll have. But like I said, I don't think it's going to be more than 2 minutes. Not a whole lot has happened here in the first half outside of that one goal. No stoppages for injuries or anything like that. No major delay of games. They'll bring it up here for Sosensky. Sosensky will chip it up for goalie. Goalie hesitating, making a move to the left, and then chips it across. And now a shot, blocked. Nice block there by Alicia Yapina. And that'll bring us to the 44th minute of play. Whistle and a free kick coming up here from Maplebrook. Ball still in bounds, way on the far side as it heads towards the corner, and it'll go over the end line before anyone can catch up to it. So it'll be a goal kick here for Maplebrook. As we enter the final minute of play in the first half here, in the 45th minute of play. And it's 1-0 Maplebrook as we approach the halftime mark. All right, we'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time. And I don't, are they calling that a goal? They are. It'll be Morgan Barnett who gets the goal in the 45th minute. And it's now 2-0 Maplebrook. So they'll take a 2-0 lead into halftime unless something happens here quickly for the Fusion. A free kick coming up here for who? It's going to be for Maplebrook. So the defense will set up the free kick here as we approach halftime here at Jim Gata Stadium. And now Burnett has another opportunity, potentially. She'll drop it back onto the foot of Gate. And Madeline Gate looking to put an angle onto that shot. It'll pop out here for Luca Ralph. And now Gate has it again. And Gate put a shot on, but it was deflected. Fusion defense will catch up to it. And that'll do it for the first half. Your score at halftime. Maplebrook Fury SC 2 and the Dakota Fusion FC 0. Once again, goals in the 11th minute by Paige Goalie and the 45th minute by Morgan Barnett to make it a 2-0 game. We'll take a break. We'll talk to you here in about 11, 12 minutes here with the second half here at Magnitude Sports, 11 Sports, and the Dakota Fusion YouTube channel. All right, welcome back here. We're still at halftime, but it's going to be an extended halftime. We were just informed that there's been a lightning strike in the area, so now we are now under a lightning delay until 4:41 p.m. So we'll put that message on the screen for you here, but we're under a lightning delay until 4:41 p.m. So the earliest the second half will start is 4:41 p.m. Central Time. So we'll give you updates if more come our way. All right, welcome back. As you saw on your screen there, they have extended the delay until 5 o'clock. From my understanding of the message that was delivered to me, they're going to make a decision at 5 o'clock whether or not this game will continue or not. So that is about, let's see here, what time is it now? It's 4:45. So in about 15 minutes, we will know. We'll have a better idea of what the plan is going forward here with the second half. Right now, it's 2-0 in favor of Maplebrook Fury with goals by Paige Goalie in the 11th minute and Morgan Barnett in the 45th minute. Both of those players have scored their first goals of the season in today's game against Dakota Fusion. And that's where we sit. So once again, the weather delay has been extended until 5 p.m., and right around 5 p.m., give or take a couple minutes after all the information gets brought up to me, we'll come back and give you another update. But until then, we will go back to our on hold here, and or whatever you want to call it, and we'll talk to you again in about 15 minutes. All right, welcome to segment 14 of our halftime show here. I'm just kind of sarcastically joking on that. We've been under a weather delay for a little, just shy of an hour now. So a very extended halftime. It happened right as the whistle was blowing. And then, so now the teams are back out on the field. As you can see, they are finishing their warm-ups, and we will get things underway shortly here with half number 2 with Maplebrook Fury leading by the score of 2-0 on an 11th minute goal by number 16 Paige Goalie from Maplebrook Fury, and then right as we entered stoppage time at 44:59 on the clock, Morgan Barnett would put it into the back of the net. Both Goalie and Barnett scoring their first goals of the season, and now we are ready to go here from Jim Gata Stadium. So what seemed like a very long time ago, Maplebrook Fury got the opening kick, and now via the coin flip, and now it'll be Dakota Fusion getting the second half kick here. Once again, it's Jonna Belaney in net for Maplebrook Fury, and it is Quinn Carter in net for the Dakota Fusion, your two goalies. And we're underway here in half number 2. Finally. We'll see if this one, this one will be at least 45 minutes, but hopefully we have no more delays. Let's put it that way. 16 seconds into the second half already. Maplebrook Fury in the red, going from left to right as you see it on there. Or I'm sorry, they're going from right to, let's see, which way are they going now? Maplebrook Fury's going from right to left. Dakota Fusion's going from left to right. There we go. Had to look at the goalies there and think it over for a second. Abby Bratner here on the near side will have it deflect out of bounds. She'll throw it in right in front of the bench. Toss comes in. It's put onto the foot there of Jasmine Gates, and now it'll be picked up by Carter on the save there. So shot attempt. Taking a look at the forecast here. We're under a partly cloudy sky and 87 degrees right now. We do have an 80% chance of thunderstorms in the 6 o'clock hour. So this game will likely be done by 5:50, so we will avoid, hopefully, fingers crossed, that thunderstorm opportunity in the 6 o'clock hour there. The only challenge will be to pack up the equipment, and nice save there from Quinn Carter. Only challenge will be to pack up the equipment and get into our vehicle before 6 o'clock. That'll be the true challenge. So corner kick coming, or throw-in, excuse me, coming in here will be taken by Abby Bratner. Bratner will control it on the near sideline and work a centering pass in, tipped away there by Carter. And it'll be a corner kick from the far side here for Maplebrook. That one punched away, and it goes into the net. And that'll be a goal, and it's 3-0. As Maplebrook Fury gets on the board here in the... So you have to reset our field clock here. The 47th minute. All right, now our field clock is on time here. 3-0 score. And once again, just like in the first half with the field clock issue, I missed who got the goal. So we will try and get confirmation from the official down at the field on who scored the goal there for Maplebrook Fury. And as soon as that information is passed along to us, we'll pass it along to you. This one's getting in the 47th minute, the goal was scored. So Morgan Barnett will score her second goal of the game, 45th minute and 47th minute. The assist goes to Izzy Quintavalli.
Maplebrook goal will score by number 21, Morgan Barnett, her second of the game.
And a collision there right around the 40-yard line. We'll draw a whistle and a free kick here for the Fusion. Get it near sideline here for Barnick. And that's tipped out of bounds, and Barnick will throw it in quickly here. And that one will get past the intended teammate, Jensen Seidel, and out of bounds, and a Maplebrook throw-in. No, it'll be a Fusion throw-in. They'll quickly get it in, and the pass from Seidel was a little bit off the mark. It'll go out of bounds. And it'll be a Maplebrook throw-in here to go the opposite direction. So once again, we're at 3-0 now with goals in the 11th, 45th, and 47th minute. Drop it all the way back here to Quinn Carter. Carter will put her right leg on it. Be taken away here by the Fury. Jasmine Gates. And that shot is high up over the top of the net, and goalie kick here for the Fusion. Once again, the next broadcast here for the Dakota Fusion women will be on June 10th. When they take on Manitou FC. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong schedule. That's the next game for Maplebrook. My apologies. They will be taking on June 11th against Mankato United SC. That'll be the next home game and the next broadcast for the Dakota Fusion women here on Magnitude Sports, 11 Sports, Dakota Fusion, YouTube, and FIFA Plus. Once again, wherever you're watching from, we appreciate you tuning into the broadcast and hope you've enjoyed it. Maybe minus that lightning delay. That took a good chunk of time to get through. So 4:11 to 5 o'clock. So just shy of an hour, 49-minute delay, which gave us basically a 50-minute, about a 55-minute halftime, pretty much. So we enter the 55th minute of play now here at Jim Gotta Stadium. 3-0 lead for Maplebrook. And a whistle and a free kick going the opposite direction here for the Fury. For the Fusion men, the next time we'll see them, it will be on June 24th when they host the Sioux Falls Thunder. Brad Anderson will have the call on that one, as I'll be down in Nebraska covering some baseball that particular day, and then I'm back the following day on the 25th when the women take on the Minnesota Thunder. Brad's done a couple Fusion games in the past, filling in for our announcers in the past. You'll enjoy his broadcast of it, I'm confident. So a couple of substitutions coming in here for Maplebrook is Mary Fetter, number 19, and Sydney Johnson, number 20. one's popped up. Now be controlled at about midfield. They'll swing it out here for Bratner. And now go all the way back to the defense as it'll be sent to the far side by Zahn. .57th minute of play now. Be controlled on the near sideline here. That is Abby Bratner again. Bratner will get it back and now send a touch over onto the foot of Marceau. Marceau sends it towards the net where it's chopped down by Carter, and Carter will corral it, and everybody will go the opposite direction here. Get ready for Carter's kick. Kick will come out, drop just about 10 yards shy of midfield, and be controlled by Maplebrook. Bounce it back here to midfield. It's on the foot of Abby Bratner. Bratner will send it in. Nice back heel kick pass there, intended for Marceau. But on the defense there for the Fusion is Barnick. And a whistle will stop play momentarily, and it's a free kick coming up here, or a throw-in. Looks like a throw-in. And now they'll try to set something up here. And the shot is on and it is tipped wide. And that'll be a corner kick for Maplebrook. Should be from the near corner here. Setting it up is Brantner. Brantner will send it in. Fusion will touch up on it and clear it out. There'll be a throw in here from just to the left side of the bench here for Maplebrook. Toss comes into Jasmine Gates, and now it's centered. And Fusion defense will clear momentarily until it's picked up on the far side there by Sydney Johnson. Johnson sends one in, and that one's tipped by Carter out of bounds, and there'll be another corner kick from the near side here for Maplebrook. Ball comes loose to the far side there, and it'll be touched up by Hannah Zahn. And now sent in, and it's controlled there, and nice job there by Carter to come out, as a great opportunity there from Madeline Gate, but she'll come up a little bit shy on that opportunity. Near sideline here, controlled by Marceau. Marceau will dump it back there onto the foot of Luca Ralph. They'll send it inside, and that is Quinta Valley. Go out of bounds, and it looks like it'll be a throw-in from that far side corner there. Couple more substitutions here for the Fusion. That'll be Alicia Yapini and McKenna Strand checking in.
Checking in for the Fusion, number 2, Alicia Yapina, and Jensen McKenna Strand, number 4.
Fusion will control it now out to the near side. It'll be tipped away and along the sideline there. Push will happen. It'll be a free kick here from Maplebrook as the whistle will be blown as Keely Johnson got a little too aggressive there. Controlled at the top there by Quintavalle. Sent out. Shot is on, and it's tipped over the net there by Carter, and a nice save as that one had full potential of going into the net, and Carter jumped up just at the right time to punch it up over the top of the goal. So corner kick will be set up on the far side. I believe that is Sensei, or Sosensky, excuse me. Sosensky will send it in. Tried the header there, but missed it, and the Fusion were able to pick up the touch, at least momentarily. I'll send it back here for Brentner, and Brentner sends it wide left. As we enter the 63rd minute of play here at Jim Gata Stadium. 2 goals in the first half from Maplebrook Fury and 1 here in the second half. And the last 2 goals scored by Morgan Barnett, 45th minute of the first half and the 47th minute of the second half as they struck early. Send it out to the far side now. The humidity here is like really intense at the moment. And there's an opportunity, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the humidity kept that ball on the ground out in addition to the partial block there. I'll be popped out of bounds, and yeah, even our ball boy here is drenched right now, and it's not even raining out. Be controlled there by Luca Ralph. And now sent all the way back. And they'll switch it over to the far side and try and bring it up. Now we'll send a through ball up. And on the way, there's Luca Ralph. And it'll be rolled away quickly by Carter. Fusion will catch up to it. And it's nearly stolen, but it'll roll out of bounds. It'll be a Fusion throw-in. Pass was intended for Sydney Johnson, but a nice defensive play there on the flip side for Ashley Healy. Or I'm sorry, I mixed up the rosters here. Abby Brantner on the defensive play, and Keely Johnston is who the pass was intended for. That'll be chipped up just over midfield and sent right back. Out of bounds, should be a Maplebrook throw-in, and it is. She deflected it off the Fusion defender in front of her. Actually, it's going to be a free kick. Thought it went out of bounds, but apparently not. So we'll put a foot on it and one touch, and they'll put it into the hands of Carter. So Brentner put a nice ball in there, but her teammate couldn't do anything with it, and Quinn Carter was right there to corral it. She'll put her left foot on it, send it up to midfield. They'll battle for it. It's won there by Luca Ralph. And now they'll drop it back to the defenders and bring it up over midfield. So Sensky trying to get it up over the top there to Mary Fetter on the far side, but it'll go out of bounds. And it'll be a Fusion throw-in. So now Izzy Smith, who isn't playing today, and Caitlin Devereaux, who isn't playing today, they have 2 goals and 1 goal respectively. And now Morgan Barnett has 2 goals in this game for 2 goals on the season. And Jasmine Gates has a goal on the season, not in this game, but she has 1. And Paige Goley scored her first goal of the season in this game today. Here's Marceau Marceau will center it, but it'll go right into the hands of Carter. And a whistle. And I think a penalty kick has been awarded here, I think, for Maplebrook Fury. And it is. So taking the kick is Alyssa Marceau. Defending is Quinn Carter. Marceau will step up and put it into the near corner, and it's 4-0 on the penalty kick by Marceau, and Maplebrook Fury is up and up big.
Penalty kick scored by number 9, Alyssa Marceau.
So that comes in the 67th minute, the penalty kick does. So 4-0 lead now here from Maplebrook Fury, and the Fusion need to work quickly here if they want to get back into this one. They're in the 68th minute now. And at the 68th minute of the game, a 4-goal deficit's not an easy one to overcome. And that one's headed back, and it'll be a corner kick for the Fusion. I don't know if that one was going on net or not, but it definitely wasn't going on net after it was headed away there by the Maplebrook defense. And a shot is on, and a diving save there by Jade Belaney. And now that one's chipped up, and Belaney will catch it. And that's the most action Belaney's seen here tonight. Belaney will put her right foot on it and land just shy of midfield, and will be controlled there by Mary Fetter. Fetter will drop it back, and now they'll get a lead pass up and try and work something through. And a nice pass there is Jasmine Gates has a little bit of space. And Gates tried to center it, got deflected off the foot of McKenna Strand. And now the Fusion will get it out of danger, get it out of the danger zone on the far side for a throw-in from Maplebrook. Jasmine Gates had enough room to run and made the best of that opportunity. Kenna Strand got in the way of that opportunity, though. Another save here by Carter. Whistle as it's tapped back to Feeney, and there'll be a free kick here for the Fusion as that infraction will go on Maplebrook. No cautions or send-off, no caution or send-offs in this game yet, as we're in the 71st minute now. The Fusion got one yellow card in the game against Manitou FC this past couple days ago. Lead kick is up, and they cannot take advantage of it. It was intended for Ashley Healy. Out of bounds, there'll be a Fusion throw-in. And we have another substitution coming into the game is Mason Kimball. And also for Maplebrook is Kira Sosensky.
Coming into the game for the Fusion, number 26, Mason Kimball. And for Maplebrook, coming into the game is number 22, Kira Sosensky.
And we have a water break. So the clock will stop at 71:04 for the water break here. So once again, to recap, back in the 11th minute, Page goalie would get Maplebrook on the board and make it 1-0. It would stay that way until the 45th minute when Morgan Barnett would get one right as we entered stoppage time, and the 45th minute to make it 2-0. Then after a approximately 55-minute long halftime with a lightning delay thrown in the mix of that, we had Morgan Barnett scoring again in the 47th minute to make it 3-0. And then 20 minutes later, the most recent goal here on a penalty kick from Alyssa Marceau to make it our current score 4-0. So it'll be a throw in here. And it'll come back out here for Bishop. Ball popped loose out to the far side and chasing it down there. I believe that was Caden Sharp. Now they'll center it back in. They got a little bit of space to work with here. Get it onto the foot there of Tharp. Tharp has it taken away, but the Fusion catch up to it, and now there's a whistle, and it'll be a free kick for Maplebrook. And now it's going to be an opportunity here, and it is into the back of the net in the 73rd minute. I want to say it's Fetter, but I want to make sure that I get the jersey number before I say it's Fetter. And it wasn't. It was actually Barnett. It's her third of the game. She scored in the 45th, 47th, and 73rd minute now.
Maplebrook goal scored by number 21, her third of the game, Morgan Barnett.
And we'll have a substitution here. Jensen Seidel will check in for the Fusion.
Coming into the game for the Fusion, number 3, Jensen Seidel.
Ball roll out of bounds for a throw-in on the far side there. I believe it's a Fusion throw-in. They'll send it in. There's nobody but red jerseys there to clear that one out, and that's exactly what they do. They'll clear it up to midfield. Closest one there is McKenna Bishop, and she'll catch up to it. She'll drop it all the way back to Quinn Carter. Carter will switch fields to the near side here. That'll be sent over to Feeney. Feeney will make a quick pass. Tried to move up there, but she couldn't get the pass back. And now it's Fetter who had the ball just a couple touches ago. She wasn't on the roster originally, so she's not in numerical order. It took me a moment to find her. And this one is going to be a little bit far left, and Federer will watch it roll over the end line for a goal kick for the Fusion. You can see it somewhat on your screen. I can see it much better looking through the window here, but a lot of cotton pieces floating through the air here from cottonwood trees. And if it was a few months ago, I would have thought it was snowing. I'll be pushed out on the far side, and there'll be a throw-in here for Maplebrook. 77th minute of play now here from Jim Gotta Stadium in Moorhead. I'll be centered in and behind the net, and that'll be a goal kick here for Carter and the Fusion. So a couple of her teammates will stay back, and now she'll tell her teammates to move up. She'll put it on the ground and set it up for a right-footed kick. That kick will be headed up to about midfield there, where it's chested down by Brianna Perry, number 18 for the Fusion. And now Jasmine Gates has it. Gets it over towards Barnett. And that's taken away and defended nicely there by Maplebrook, and now they'll try and set something up. And it's Sosensky with it right now. She'll put it into the middle of the field there. And she'll put it onto the foot. Couldn't quite see who that was, actually. And Carter kick saves it, and it's cleared out by the Fusion's number, I think that was number 16, Kaiser. Now it's Feder with it. Feder puts the right foot on it, but it goes wide right. And coming back into the lineup here for the Fusion is Madeline Eder, number 8. So Carter will put it down for a right-footed kick once again. She'll send this one up the field, right up the middle of the field, and it'll bounce up to midfield, and there's an immediate whistle, and they're saying an elbow was thrown. That'll be a free kick here for Maplebrook. Yasmin Gates will send it over onto the foot of Luca Ralph. Now it's taken away by the Fusion, and now taken away by Maplebrook. Either team with clear possession, and now whistle, and I think that's on Maplebrook. I think it's going to be a Fusion free kick, and it sure looks to be that way. 80th minute of play now here, about 10 minutes plus any stoppage time. We might have a couple extra minutes of stoppage time here. 3 goals have been scored in this half. 47th minute, 67th minute, and 73rd minute. So I would guess we'd have a minimum of 2 minutes of stoppage time, depending on how the remaining 11 minutes of this match go. 10 minutes and a few seconds to be more precise. So we're about to enter the 81st minute of play. So the Fusion have 10 minutes to try to avoid a shutout here. They've been outscored so far this season, 7-0. 2 in that game on the road last just a couple days ago, and then 5. They've given up 5 so far here today. The Fusion will look to get at least 1 into the back of the net and get their season into the scorebook. But this has been pretty much all Maplebrook, even from the early starts of the first half. Fusion have had a couple quality opportunities here and there, but it's not been frequent enough to compete with the skill and talent here of Maplebrook Fury. And here's another opportunity. And tripped up, and a whistle, and that will be a penalty kick. And a yellow card has been issued to the Fusion. Yellow card issued to McKenna Bishop, I believe. And that one hits the post. They'll try and send it back in, and here's an opportunity. And it hits the post again, and then it goes in. Paige goalie hit the post on the penalty kick, and then she hit it again, and then her teammate got the rebound. And it was either Barnett or Fetter, one of the two, who got the goal. If it's Barnett, it's her 4th of the game. And it was Barnett. It's her 4th of the game, coming in the 83rd minute of play. So goes in the 45th, 47th, 73rd, and 83rd minute for Morgan Barnett. And she's got a lucky bounce there. I'm sure she's not trying to score all the goals. It's just bouncing in her favor.
Goal in the 83rd minute by Maplebrook, once again by Morgan Barnett, her 4th of the game.
I forgot to add the goal there for Maplebrook. We'll do that right now. It's 6-0. And now checking in here is Madeline Gate. They'll send it in the direction of Barnett once again. She'll tap it inside quickly, and another quick pass here onto the foot of Izzy Quintavalli. Quintavalli trying to shake a defender, drops it back. Put it onto the foot there of Ralph. Ralph will send it back over to Barnett. And a collision there nearly took the wind out of a couple players, and now the Fusion looking for an opportunity here. They'll send the through ball up. It's a one-on-one chase, and getting there first was Sosensky, and she'll drop it back to Blaney, her goalie. And now a little bit of a tangle up here. It'll be a free kick for the Fusion, or a free kick for the Maplebrook, excuse me. 85th minute of play as we approach the 86th minute. Catching up to it there is McKenna Strand. I've seen a player score 3. I don't think I've ever seen a player score 4 in the same game. I've seen a player score 4 over the course of 2 games, but never in the same game. So I'd have to double check all of our stats, but I'm pretty sure that's the first 4-goal performance by a player here on Magnitude Sports. Page goalie got the first goal back in the 11th minute. She had that second penalty kick attempt that hit the post, and then she had another attempt about a minute later that also hit the post, and then off the rebound, Barnett was able to bury it into the back of the net for her 4th of the game. So 4 goals by Barnett, 1 by Page goalie, and 1 by Alyssa Marceau off a penalty kick. And that's where we sit at 6-0 now here in the 87th minute here at Jim Gata Stadium in Moorhead. I think we have a train coming behind us, so that's the loud noise that you're hearing. Is there's a train track about maybe 20 feet directly behind us. I can hear it in my headset. I'm not sure if you can hear it at home, but usually if I can hear it, so can you. So I'm hoping that my headset's just awesome and it hasn't made its way to your home speakers yet. I'll drop it back to Carter. Carter will slip it here for Tharp. Tharp quickly over to Feely. Feely is challenged there by Madeline Gate, and Gate will almost take it away, but it'll go out of bounds for a Fusion throw-in. Pop back up. Feely's there, but it'll go out of bounds, and there'll be a Fusion throw-in. Feely will take the toss. And a little push will be a free kick awarded here for the Fusion. They'll send that one in and see if they can do anything with it, and they cannot. And that's kind of been the story when they've gotten that close. They've only had a couple quality opportunities. And this one will, there's a little bit of open space here for, I believe that's Madeline Gate, and it is. And Madeline Gate cruising towards the net. She makes a move, and she split the 2 defenders, but the 3rd defender came out of nowhere to take it away from her, and the Fusion get a lucky break defensively there. On the near side here, it's Adder with it. And out of bounds, and I believe that's a Maplebrook throw-in, but it went in front of the bench, and it is a Maplebrook throw-in. I guessed correctly. Here's Madeline Gate with it again. Gate will drop it back onto the foot of Brantner. Brantner back to Gate. Gate looking inside. She'll feed it inside there for Jasmine Gates. No relation. There's an extra S at the end of the last name. They tried to feed it back in for Gates. Now it's at the top of the box. Shot is up and just over the top of the crossbar there off the foot of Luca Bella-Ralph. And that shot attempt coming in the 89th minute. And now we've reached the 90th minute of play here. A final minute of this one. And Maplebrook Fury is going to improve to 2-1 on the season. And another opportunity, and back-to-back opportunities, and out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick here for the Fusion. Fusion will touch up on it. Maplebrook will get it right back here as we're 10 seconds away from stoppage time. Looks like we'll have about 3 minutes of stoppage time. And a free kick coming up here for Maplebrook. And they will not waste any time, but the referee will blow it dead quickly. So set it up one more time for us here. Jasmine Gates will set it up, and now it will be, I believe, Sosensky will send it in. Check that, it was Sydney Johnson who sent it in. The Fusion just not been able to set anything up here against Maplebrook. Maplebrook has had all the chances, and they have created more opportunities for themselves as well when the Fusion defense has stepped it up. And now down the near sideline with some space to run is Madeline Gate, and she's taking it all the way, and here comes Carter, and Gate has it deflected out of bounds. And will it be a goalie kick or a corner kick? It'll be a goalie kick. They're saying that Gate touched it last. Carter will send it out. It's immediately touched up there by Barnett. And a collision inside the box there. No whistle, no call, and out of bounds, and a throw in here from Maplebrook. Once again, we're in stoppage time, and a 6-0 lead here for Maplebrook Fury over the Dakota Fusion, as the Fusion will move to 0-2 on the season. Inside, cleared out, and another free kick coming up here for, free kick from Maplebrook. So they'll line it up from the far sideline here. Page goalie's in the mix there, as is, couldn't quite see who that was. They tried to head it in, and it's there on the, ooh, and an elbow was thrown, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. Are they gonna call it? No, they're not gonna call it. And that'll do it. That is your final score. Maplebrook Fury 6 and the Dakota Fusion 0 here in their home opener. And that will do it for this broadcast. So once again, we will see the Dakota Fusion coming up again here. First of all, Maplebrook has their next game at home against Manitou FC. Then they have a pair of road games on June 14th and 18th at Salvo SC and Mankato United. Then they're back home against Joy AC and Sioux Falls City on June 23rd and June 25th. They wrap up the regular season on the road June 28th at the Minnesota Thunder as they improve to 2-1 on the season. With the 6 goals, they have outscored their opponents 9-2 this season. And for the Dakota Fusion, they moved to 0-2 on the season. With the loss, they have a road game at Rochester United on June 9th. Then they're home for a pair of games against Mankato United SC and Salvo SC on June 11th and the 17th. They're on the road for the next 2 on June 20th and 23rd against Joy St. Louis Park and Sioux Falls City. And then they are home for their final home game of the season against the Minnesota Thunder on June 25th. They wrap up the regular season on June 30th at St. Croix SC. With today's loss, they have now been outscored 8-0 by their opponents as they fall to 0-2 on the season. For Luke on the camera, my name is Mike Mason. Hope you had a great, and I hope you enjoyed the broadcast, maybe minus the rain delay, and or the lightning delay, I should say. And congratulations once again here to Maplebrook Fury, and best of luck to their team the rest of the season down the road. Once again, our next broadcast here will feature the Dakota Fusion women once again when they are home in June 11th against Mankato United FC, and we'll see the men next time here on Magnitude Sports on June 24th when they host Sioux Falls Thunder here at Jim Gatta Stadium. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon. Your final score once again, Maplebrook Fury 6 and the Dakota Fusion 0. Have a good night.
Preceding broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.